Good morning. Good morning. Hope everyone is having a great holiday season. I know we're kind of wrapping stuff up, but New Year's around the corner, kind of the last of it. So, probably the last couple days of things slowing down. I think things will probably be pretty close to picking back up. That's a big reason why I think we've had low volume and just not much going on. I expect things to pick up pretty big once we get on the other side of the new year. Roger, good to see you, man. RPM, Jack, Defin, Miguel, Paul's Balls, good to see you. Oh, that's awesome. Today's an interesting day. We have Tether being delisted in the EU. And also probably low liquidity because I think a lot of people are still off for the holiday season. I think markets in general are open today. I don't think there's any reason anything would be closed. Crypto Clay, good to see you. Victoria, Anthony, Gavin, good morning. We'll take a look at the chart in a second. I'm just finishing getting the live stream set up. Like TikTok's up and running. YouTube's up and running. Okay, awesome. Chipper, Invincible Bull. Now I just got to get the X chat going and we'll be all set. All right, nice. We got the X chat going. Jose, good to see you. How many lives? I don't know what you mean by how many lives. Okay, so unfortunately. Oh, there we go. All right, cool. Looks like we're finally all set up. Should be getting some improvements to the live stream here pretty soon. I need another screen. I just have too much going on in these one screens. I mean, having to have a separate X chat, YouTube Shorts chat, and TikTok chat is just a little much. Buy the dips? Yep, absolutely. How many platforms am I running live on? 4. Well, technically 3. But YouTube, I have 2. I have a vertical stream and a horizontal stream. It's actually really easy to do it all at once. The annoying thing is like, and this is really annoying, all the chats are separate. So like, I hate that you guys can't interact with people in the other chats because I think that would make it a lot more interesting and it'd also make it a lot easier for me. Oh, XP Marky, good to see you. Oh, it looks like that chat. Yeah, and that chat's lagging. So that's what happens. Then one chat lags and I'm like missing out on stuff. All right, there we go. Good to see you, XP Market. Guys, make sure if you're getting here early, you smash a like on the stream. Last couple of days have probably been pretty low liquidity. We are at a pretty interesting point here on XRP, though. We're kind of right at that point where like, hey, we got to hold here. This is like that absolute point. Like if we don't hold here, that's when things get a little sketchy. But we're really starting to define this region, man. I thought this was going to be a little tighter than it is, but it's hard to say this peak right here. I put it a little more here, but we really gotta hold this level. Jimmy boy, good to see you. Brad said on Fox that the crypto market would be 5 trillion by the end of 2024. Tomorrow could be absolutely explosive. Well, that was just Brad's estimate, right? Like I don't know. I don't think the market's going to catch up to Brad's prediction. What's the cryptocurrency market at right now? I'd love to take a look at that real quick. Coin market cap says the market cap of crypto is 3.28. So it looks like Brad's prediction is off by 1.5 trillion as of now. Unfortunately, the market is not going the right direction for Brad to get closer to that. But we should see some more buy volume coming in. We have to understand that a lot of people, it's the end of the year. A lot of people sell towards the end of the year for tax reasons. They like to offset things. XRP's up a lot. It might be used to offset some gains or losses. A lot of people taking some profits. So, and there's not a lot of people buying, right? There's not a lot of people buying at this time of the year just because a lot of the big institutions are on break. So low volume, low liquidity. But if we can kind of stay in this region throughout this low liquidity region, we'll be looking really good. Brad did. Oh, I think Brad said 4 to 5 trillion. That's what DFIN is saying. Yeah, I mean, to me, it's not a big deal. The market's a lot better than it was when he made that prediction. So. GM. Sorry for my lack of knowledge here. When is the inauguration? Also, when does Gary Gensler step down? That's a good question. When does Gary Gensler step down? Jan 20th. Okay, so we still got a way to go with Gensler. And when's the Gensler's the 20th. When's the inauguration? Is that also the 20th? Someone's saying Gensler the 12th. No, it's the 20th. So on the day of the inauguration, Gensler will also be gone. Both the 20th. Yep. Wow, so that's a big date. That's a big day, huh? Gensler gone and Trump coming in on the same day. That should be really exciting. That's going to be an exciting day too. I know Fruition Films is doing a big live stream to cover the entire inauguration and everything having to do with crypto. So you're definitely going to want to tune in for that. And sorry, guys, I'm a little stuffed up right now. Let's take a look at XP Market. Let's take a look at token rankings real quick. So here's an interesting one. The Phoenix coin, it's moved its way up pretty high. Hey, XP Market, what do the gold checks mean? I see some of these coins have gold checks next to them. But it looks like the top 10 tokens on the XRP ledger are now Solo, Phoenix, Army, Core, BTC on Bitstamp, XPM, ETH, Pongo, XRP Healthcare, and MXI. This MXI coin is pretty interesting to me. Not the coin itself, sorry, but the project. I don't know much about the coin. Let me see if I can take a look. I'd like to take a look at the website. Oh, here we go. I think this would be the website. Okay, yeah, Monorex. They're doing some interesting things with banking. So, okay, it's more of a web, more of a traditional application wallet, I think. So less of a cryptocurrency wallet and more of like a personal debit checking finance wallet. So interesting to see that token up there. I didn't realize that token was so highly ranked. Shout out to XP Market for making that data so easy to go take a look at. These are top coins on the XRP ledger right now. It looks like there's a couple others sitting at right outside the edge. A lot of those are the meme tokens, but cool to see Monorex really coming in there as a more utility-based token, XP Market, and then Sologenic being the number one. I haven't taken a look at the Sologenic coin in a while. Take a look at what that's been doing. So we've got a small pump going on, but still trying to recover from the bear market. NFT rankings, we'll take a quick look at that. Bear, oh, Topnode's a top NFT project right now. Topnode is pretty interesting, and I probably missed what XP Market said about what the gold check means. Oh, verification. Okay, so verification that the token's real. Wish the company I worked for would pay me in XRP instead of some BS currency. We'll just buy XRP once you get paid, right? XRP looks bearish. I don't know about that. Cool. So it looks like Bear is the top. These Bear NFTs are the top NFTs on the XRP ledger right now. Topnode is very interesting. Just so you guys are aware, I actually did spin up my own Topnode validator. So I do have a validator on Topnode right now, which I think is pretty cool. What Topnode is trying to do is make it so there's more validators on the XRP ledger by essentially spinning up the validator for you. You do get an NFT for doing it, and you do get rewards for doing so. So I thought that was a pretty cool project. Still waiting to see exactly if their validators are good, if everything works properly, but it is an interesting project. And then I want to take a quick look at the AMM as well. Ooh, it looks like volume is going up very nicely on the AMM. Let's take a look at the daily. Volume looks like it's on a nice little spike right now. I'd love to be able to look at volume on a logarithmic chart just because it's hard to see this early day volume. TVL looks nice. It looks like about 40 million TVL at the moment. And then XRP pooled. XP market, what's the difference between XRP pooled and TVL? I'd never really understood that, because how do we have 110 million XRP pooled, but how is the TVL so much lower? I'm really curious about that. I don't think I ever got an answer on that, but TVL or XRP pooled is 110 million. So I'm curious what the difference is there. And guys, we'll get back into the XRP price chart in a minute. I just want to figure out what the difference is between these two metrics. And while we take a look at that, we'll just take a look at the heat map real quick. I love this feature. This is a great feature. Oh, Phoenix XRP is one of the biggest pools now. Very cool. AMM ranking. And then we can take a look real quick. I've burned a total of 6.4 XPM tokens by not collecting my rewards. And I wonder if what my P&L is right now in the AMM. Cool, 145 bucks. Not bad. 3K locked up. Around 3K, I think. Locked up, 145 bucks. Not bad, honestly. Not bad. Oh no, I have a lot. Maybe I have more than that. It looks like I have 4.2 XRP. So 8K to make 145 bucks. So that's why I personally like to use the automated market maker pool that has the boosted XPM rewards because it allows me to farm some XPM token as well and get boosted on top of that P&L. Oh, okay. Great. XP Market says XRP pooled refers to the total pooled XRP across all pools, while TVL is only the top 100 tokens to exclude pools with maybe inflated numbers. Okay, cool. So that's cool though, because whether or not we believe the pool is real or not, right? XP Market, that value is still locked up. So that's still, that makes a big difference. I mean, that's 110 total 110 million XRP locked up. I mean, that's close to 200 mil. So that's great. Awesome. Appreciate that. You guys, this is the XRP price chart. I don't see this as bearish at all. I do not see this as bearish at all. And what I would like to do is go back to 2017 and look at what the formation looked like the last time we were in this position. So we're going to have to scroll back a little bit here. Sorry. Power plan? Excuse me? No, I'm not upgrading. Probably should just upgrade trading view, honestly. Don't have to deal with these ads anymore. So this is the part I want to look at right here. That move right there, I want to take a closer look at, because this is where we're at a very similar point, right? We're at a very similar point now where we kind of are sitting at both of these highs here. And now we're doing a very similar thing sitting at both of these highs here. I want to take a look at what this formation looks like back here real quick and see what it looked like for XRP at that time period. What I'm not sure I can do is I'm not sure if I could be looking here and then switch this to the daily. Oh, yep, I kind of can. All right, so not the cleanest thing in the world. So this is kind of where I think we're at right now. This was back in 2017. We had a very similar thing going on here where we had kind of this formation. We were trying to hang in. We kind of popped out the bottom a little bit before we recovered and kept on going back up. So funny enough, it looks very similar to where we are right now. We come back here and take a look. Looks like we're just at that final kind of crash moment where hopefully now we can recover back up and then make that next big leg upward. So we're kind of on that same crash moment. I wish I could have both charts up at the same time, but I don't think I can do that. Let me see if I can get another window going real quick. And actually, I should be able to do it. So I should be able to now come all the way back here and be able to look at these side by side. Yep, I should be able to do that. Unfortunately, I'm on the 2-hour right now. Almost there. Sorry, guys. These trading view charts are not always the easiest to navigate. So this in history, we were at pretty much a very, very similar point. Back in 2017, it looked like this. And this is where we are today. So personally, I think these two charts are remarkably similar. From that to where we are today in this. Just so happens to be happening at the same exact point. So if I was to compare these two, I would guess we're right about here right now. Right here, that's 2017. I would guess we're right about here now. So the next thing we'd be looking for is a move kind of like this and flatten out. We'll see if that ends up taking place. What about XRP meme? Should I buy? Well, the meme market is very risky. I would look at it as something you can definitely go have some fun with, but you're going to want to be careful. Make a shirt design out of that little smiley face. What little smiley face? I should make a shirt design on the XRP price chart, like that big symmetrical triangle pattern. Yeah, the subscription bar at the top of the screen is so whack. I don't know what's up with that thing. It's so annoying. I don't know how it tracks the subscribers so badly. It might be tracking my X subscribers instead. I can't even edit it. I can't even edit it to manually keep it up. Like I literally have to end the goal and then restart it. So we will just hide that for now. And honestly, it's probably more helpful to me if I just put this over here instead. So we'll do that for now. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that subscription bar. It's annoying. I think it's pulling from X instead of my YouTube subscribers. But whatever. All right, we'll go on a bit of a tighter time frame right now. It looks like XRP is at a pretty important zone at the moment. Take a quick look at the 2 hour, because we are expecting, if it was to do something very similar to 2017, we would essentially expect a fake little breakthrough right here. And it looks like XRP is breaking through. So it looks like the big thing is how fast we're able to recover back into this thing. If we're able to recover back in fast, this is going to end up being a big nothing burger, and we'll be doing exactly what we did in 2017. If we can't recover back into this quickly, we could have some downside ahead for XRP. This is going to be interesting to watch here. We want XRP. What we want XRP to do is get back in here and keep trading sideways. So we want about a $2.25 XRP. It would be good to look at the 2020 chart, compare it as well. Yeah, it's probably going to be, we'll see what happens at open. It's hard for me to imagine the market's going to open too bearish. There's not really anything bad going on right now. Firedog, we'll take a look at the 2020 chart in a second. I just have to stop scrolling through TradingView for a minute. It's annoying me. Um, yeah, no, I don't necessarily think it's a crash either, but it could crash if it really breaks through. It could potentially crash. I don't think it necessarily will. Yeah, I actually think Flare made a good decision by changing the airdrop. It actually made it a lot better for the holders of the Flare token. So, um, I was not too upset with them changing the airdrop. There was a lot of stuff going on at that point, and the market was very different. And to be completely honest with you guys, it made sense to me why they changed and decided to do a different airdrop style. But I know some people, regardless, were upset about that change in the airdrop. I understand it. Different promises were made, but I think it actually ended up better. Is this the breakout point? Well, right now it's breaking down. As we talked about, it did also break down back here in 2017. So if I draw a line real quick here, and this formation isn't as clean, but if we take a look at what happened in 2017, we also did have a bit of a breakdown. So it looked like XRP, and there was a lot less liquidity at this time, so it's hard to get a perfect chart. But it looked like XRP also did kind of break down here, or do a fake breakdown, where it looked like everything was going really well. It broke down here. It looked like it was about to fall out of this or getting sucked back in. So we're really hoping XRP does something very similar here, where it gets sucked back into this zone. Yeah, personally, I don't see this theory that traditional markets are going to crash, to be honest with you. I can't say I'm someone who thinks that the markets are going to crash. Brian, thank you so much. Brian says 127 likes and 500 or 600 in the chat. Please take a moment and hit the like. Yeah, Brian, I really appreciate you for reminding everyone. Guys, it takes 2 seconds. I don't ask for anything when you guys come to these live streams. All I ask is you take a second, exit out of the live chat, go drop a like on the stream, come back. I really, really appreciate everyone doing that. I want to take a quick another second, kind of as we're watching the price, to do a shout out to a new project, Top Node. Top Node's pretty interesting. They'll let you essentially set up a node on the XRP ledger simply by essentially paying with their native token Top. So I just swapped some XRP for Top, and I actually purchased a validator for the XRP ledger. So it is interesting. You do also get rewards for doing so. If we take a look at my node right here, we can see that it's running. I get a 2.92 ROI. I have 70 top tokens to claim. Yeah, very, very interesting project here. I like the way that they're making it easier to set up a node or validator on the XRP ledger. It's important to realize that if you do have the technical capabilities or the wherewithal to do it yourself, it's better to do it yourself. But it's still a great option for people who don't want to do it themselves. And the reason why it's better to do it yourself is because if anything ever happened to Top Node, I mean, all those nodes and validators are essentially at risk. So it is centralized to a certain degree. But at that same time, it's still a great option for people who wouldn't be able to do any of this without the help of someone else. What's a validator and why did I purchase one? Well, validators are essentially what creates decentralization on the XRP ledger. So if we take a look at XRP scan right now, we can see there's a total of 160 validators. We can see that there's 787 nodes. So the more nodes and more validators on the network, the more decision makers there are, the more people supplying computing power to the ledger, the stronger and more decentralized the ledger is. So I would love to see 1,000 nodes, and I would love to see close to 250 validators. I think we're getting there. We're getting there slowly, but the more and more people who spin up nodes and validators on the XRP ledger, the better. Oh, thank you so much. Someone said congrats on having 70K subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's been a long time coming. It's tough to get a lot of momentum because of the shadow bans that go on my channel, as well as everyone else who puts out cryptocurrency and XRP content. But man, to be at 70K subscribers is incredible. And I feel like we're going to be at 100K sooner than later. Yeah, it looks extremely similar to 2017. It looks extremely similar to 2017. And if we really do bounce back into this triangle after this quick crash out, we are going to be looking absolutely perfect. But we are kind of at the time right now where we do have to make that recovery. So we'll see if we can do it. Yeah, so I don't know if I agree that we're going to have some big market crash. I don't see that crash happening. To me, everything on the economic data looks good. To me, everything looks good in terms of companies wanting to be in the United States, companies growing quickly. Why am I showing a crash live? Well, right now the price is going down, and if XRP was to really fall out of this, then it could get some serious momentum coming down this way. We'll see what happens. I think XRP will recover, get back inside of this thing, and keep trading sideways. But it's just something that we're on the watch for right now, because rather than being breaking out to the top of here, it is putting some pressure on the bottom. Blaine Curry, I understand your concern, but I can tell you right now, no one's panicking. No one is panicking. I don't really have targets for where it's going to fall if it does fall. I know some people are talking about $1.50-ish. Um, I could see that being possible, but I don't know. I'm not sure we would go that low. Personally, I think we recover. Tracy says breakout coming. Someone says $1.85. Interesting. I'm curious what zones you guys think XRP would go to if it did crash. Drop them in the chat. I'm curious what people think XRP would go to if it did crash down a bit. Yeah, I tend to agree. Some people worry about price. Me personally, I didn't worry when XRP was 25 cents. I'm not going to worry when XRP is $2, right? To me, it's all about the fundamentals. So I am relatively unaffected by these small swings in XRP's price. To me, it's just par for the course. I'm used to it. Doesn't really make any difference to me. I know where it's going over the long run. And to me, that's a much higher price than it is now. Mary Cox says we're not breaking $2. I love that. Mary Cox, I think I'm kind of in line with what you're saying. I think we would kind of hit that $2 mark and then get pulled back up pretty quickly. That would be almost an exact repeat of what happened in 2017. Which so far we've been tracking 2017 very closely. Crypto Clay says, wake me up at $10. Yeah, Crypto Clay, I tend to look at things very, very similar to you, I think. It's all just noise, guys, right? It's all just noise. I could very easily do something like this. Go over here, hit the monthly candle, clean up some of these drawings, and say, you know, say that is a beautiful monthly candle right there, right? You know, it's important to realize that we're looking at some very small time frames, and the monthly candle is still closing above both of these right now, which is a beautiful sight to behold. We're still closing above both of these on the monthly, so it's just important to understand where we are. Whenever you're worried, guys, you just got to zoom out. You got to take a look at the bigger time frames and see where things really land. Linda, thank you so much. She said, Happy New Year, Mickle. Thank you for keeping us in the know. You are a genius. Well, thank you, Linda. I appreciate that so much. And, you know, I'm just thankful for all the people out there smarter than me who help me stay educated and be able to deliver information to you guys. So I appreciate that so much. Thank you, Linda. Happy New Year to you also. And I think 2025 is going to be a very exciting year for all of us. Very exciting year for all of us. Remember, guys, about a month ago, we were all wondering if XRP was going to crash down to 25 cents. Now it's wondering if it's going to hold above $2. So for the people who have been here for a while, you know, this is just the way the market works. And I think most of us are pretty immune to these swings. Also, guys, make sure if you're coming daily, you're subscribed to the channel. That will make sure you're notified. You get notified when all my new videos come out, when I go live. That way you don't miss out on anything. So make sure if you haven't yet, you're subscribed to the channel. Would love to get to 100K subscribers. That's when my YouTube plaque comes in. And that would be insane to get. Never in a million years did I ever think I'd get a YouTube plaque. Mark Smithson says selling my Chia Pet for more XRP. I don't know what you're going to get out of that, Mark, but you got to do what you got to do. Yeah, people always get negative when the price is going down, but it's important to realize that a lot of those same people are very euphoric when the price is going up. The best thing to do is try to remove your emotions from everything, right? Understand that right now there's a lot of very exciting things coming to all of crypto, and there's going to be moments of overexcitement and there's going to be moments of over bearishness. But over the long run, I think the excitement and the promise of this technology will far outweigh the bearishness. Crypto Navigator has a great post here. He says, we're still on a speculative market. People are taking profits out due to tax events. This is a little push down. It's a shakeout for the weak hands. I completely agree. Yeah, the news cycle in 2025 is just too positive to be bearish. I completely agree, Taylor. Brad Mills, good to see you. Brad says one of the most frustrating things is to be a long-term holder and have to watch the day traders jack with the price all day long. No, I completely agree, and that's why I always tell people to just zoom out. Rondell, good to see you. Rondell says it's not about the price today, but what the price will be in the future. You have to think long term. Exactly. And I know it's entertaining to be able to watch these prices on the short term, be able to see what's going on, but the long term is what wins. Every time. Every single time. Focusing on the long term is what's important. The more you get caught up in the short term moves and thinking, trying to attribute reason to them or trying to attribute meaning, the more you're just going to end up not thinking about what matters, which is the fundamentals. The fundamentals are what matter. No, I didn't see Judge Torres's letter to Jay-Z's lawyer. I'll have to check that out. I'll make sure to check that out at some point today. I appreciate you pointing that out. Yeah, Judge Torres has a lot of cases going on, but luckily I think the Ripple SEC case will be off her plate pretty soon. I sound gloom? Oh, no, I'm the opposite of gloom. I'm very excited. Maybe just because I'm trying to be a little quiet because people are still sleeping. My roommate's on break, so I'm just being a little quiet to not wake him up. Flare is under a penny. I haven't taken a look at Flare in a minute. Let me take a quick look at Flare. Go to CoinMarketCap real quick. I don't feel like the trading view charts or Flare so bad. No, it looks like Flare's above a penny. 2 cents. Drippy the XRP flat. That's a crazy name. Good to see you, Mr. I. Don't think I'm not reading the X chat, and don't think I'm going to read your slander either. Actually, I'll read it because it's funny. Mr. I came in. He said, Mickle's mother is still sleeping. Give him a break. Thanks, Mr. I. You're a very considerate roommate. I try to be. He already has to deal with me live streaming 24/7 and making videos. So I'm going to live stream, but I'll try to be as quiet as possible. Yep, a lot of tax harvesting right now. A lot of low liquidity too. Like all the big buyers, all the big hedge funds, all the big institutions, they're all spending time, taking time off, spending time with family. So a lot of sell pressure, and a lot of the big boys aren't in the market right now. $20 billion is left XRP. Just so you guys know, that's not actually how it works. $20 billion didn't actually leave XRP. It's actually much different. We've probably only seen a couple tens of millions, maybe max 100 million leave XRP. Market cap is not a reflection of the amount of capital or value that actually leaves. Let's take a look at this real quick. I want to watch this. I'm constantly looking at my phone because I'm constantly scrolling through X, trying to make sure if something comes up and you guys need to see it, I can play that. Looks like this is a video from the Thinking Crypto channel. I'm curious what he's got for us here. Apparently, this is BricsPay XRP connection.
XRP. Here's a lesser known link between BRIC's new payment platform, BRICS Pay, and Ripple's technology. Standard Charter's integration with BRICS Pay, combined with its collaboration with Ripple, an active role in Ripple's network, position it as a connection between the BRICS payment ecosystem and Ripple's blockchain technology. By integrating with BRICS Pay, Standard Chartered enabled customers to make payments across BRICS countries, reducing dependency on traditional financial systems. Simultaneously, Standard Chartered is actively working with Ripple's blockchain-based cross-border payment solutions. This dual involvement indicates that Standard Chartered can position BRICS Pay to tap into Ripple's blockchain for international transactions by using XRP as a bridge currency across BRICS countries. And XRP would fit in perfectly inside of BRICS. Like I said in the past, these countries don't fully trust each other. So XRP can work as a trust layer in between China and Russia, China and India, and so on. It also provides on-demand liquidity. Imagine XRP being locked away in a massive liquidity pool between these BRICS countries.
All right. Well, I don't know how I feel about the AI reading that, but I think it's an interesting point. Nevertheless, I think one of the most interesting things, and we can go back to XP Market real quick, is what these automated market maker pools are going to look like in the future. So if we take a look at the AMM pools right now, XPM is a big one. MAG to XRP is a big one. These liquidity pools, right, are utility tokens on the XRP ledger. But I do think one day these will be currencies and assets and commodities all paired against XRP on the XRP ledger. So I think the AMM pools are going to slowly shift over time to be more institutionally focused. And imagine what happens if you have like the US dollar XRP liquidity pool, the Chinese yuan XRP liquidity pool, the Russian ruble XRP liquidity pool. I think that's the point that's really trying to be made there. And the banking connections Ripple has is what will really help facilitate that. Yeah, I hate when AI reads stuff. Yeah, Ripple's a private company, so Ripple's not on Robinhood. I'm not sure who asked that. That was rich on high speed. That was an AI? Who was that then? Who was that talking? Because I thought that was a thinking crypto. Oh, common sense crypto. Okay, I thought it was thinking crypto. Okay, that's my bad. Oh man. Well, I didn't mean to roast him like that. Whoops. Maybe it was just the high speed that threw me off. Well, apologize for that. Yikes. Tether, a lot of people worried about a Tether depeg. I don't think it's going to happen, but here's Tether over the last month. Obviously, Tether has been slipping a little bit, but I've been around long enough to see so many different times Tether has been slipping. It always just recovers, so I can't say I'm overly worried about this. Tether does seem to be having a bit of a fall at the moment, but you know, unless it actually goes down to like 98 cents, until that happens, not a lot for me to worry about. Looks like XRP is putting in a green candle here. We'll see if XRP can get some kind of recovery going. That's exactly what we're waiting for right now. XRP just to get some good recovery. 200 million XRP monthly release is brutal. I don't think it's nearly as bad as you think it might be. At the end of the day, XRP's inflation rate to the circulating supply from Ripple selling XRP is minuscule in comparison to the bigger picture. So I wouldn't overly worry about XRP from escrow. When do I think the bull market run is happening? Yeah, I've never met Rich. I would love to meet him though. I would love to meet him. I love meeting all the other XRP YouTubers. No, I don't think he would take it personally either. It was definitely fast forwarded. Someone said it was fast forwarded. Fast forward makes everyone's voice sound funny. I'm sure mine would sound just as ridiculous, I'm sure. Yeah, RPM, you're absolutely correct. And that's one of the biggest things. I think it's highly unrealistic to think that XRP is around in 10 years and goes to zero. The only thing that could really make any cryptocurrency network go to zero would be if the network itself failed. If the network itself fundamentally broke and there was some error in the code that destroyed the value of the entire thing. Other than that, as long as the chain remains healthy, then it's really hard to see any scenario in which the token prices would go significantly lower than they are today. Speaking of that, I would like to take a look at the validators, the amendment voting. Doesn't look like a whole lot of movement. We got a couple things sitting at 48%, AMM clawback at 40%. Looks like we're getting kind of close to the thresholds. It looks like a lot of fixes are getting close to being over the finish line, but it looks like we're still a bit of a ways off from anything really getting over the finish line. So, credentials 14, a fix is at 48, another fix is at 48, AMM clawback is at 40, two more fixes at 48, MVP tokens once. This is an interesting one. I have to do some more research on this. This is multi-purpose tokens. I think this just makes tokenization on the XRP ledger easier. 20%, two more fixes at 48 and 28%, and then another fix at 60%. So a lot of fixes in the pipeline right now. Obviously, AMM clawback is a big one because that would allow RLUSD to be put inside of the automated market maker. Oh, Deefin, thank you so much. He said you get more metadata with MP tokens. Silver Days, good to see you, man. Good to see you, Silver Days. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great holiday season. Shout out to Silver Days for being an OG of the channel. Oh, that's a good point. FTX holders are going to be getting a decent amount of money back pretty soon, and they'll probably want to reallocate into the cryptocurrency market because a lot of those FTX people who had crypto on FTX were not bearish on crypto in any sense and likely didn't change their view of crypto. They just essentially got scammed by FTX. So I would assume all of that money will probably come back into the market. I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make over the long run, but oh wow, Paul Barron's channel just hit 1 million. That's incredible. Wow, good for Paul Barron. 1 million subscribers is crazy. I need to go on Paul Barron's show. I was supposed to go on Paul Barron's show, and the whole thing got messed up with that big hurricane that was coming through Florida. And we kept on pushing it off and moving it and moving it. I have to get on his show. I'll DM him. It was like we had this topic we were going to talk about, and then the hurricane came through, everything got pushed off, and then we had to move it so many times because of that hurricane. I just never got a chance to go back on. So The big thing for XRP today is going to be where the market opens. If the market opens positive, then we'll probably be in a place where XRP can really recover. If the market opens negative, then it won't look as good for XRP. Let me take a quick look at what's going on in the broader markets. Yeah, it seems like a relatively down day for the broader markets. Tesla's down 2.4%. So a lot of selling across all markets today. But markets were very overextended. So I'm not overly concerned about anything right now. There's no negative catalysts that seem to be causing all of this. It just seems like a lot of excitement came into the market. Now a lot of people are essentially getting rid of their leverage and just taking profits. It's amazing that some bots are still buying FTT token. I'm curious. I haven't looked at FTT token in a while. The FTT. Oh, it's still ranked number 86. Oh my God. And it's actually, yeah, it actually has some positive buy volume. That's incredible. Wow, I had no idea FTT. Oh, yeah, ranked number 86. That's crazy. Still has a $1.13 billion market cap. Huh. Yeah, that's incredible. That shows you how crazy some of these markets are. FTT token, obviously, still at 86, still with a multi-billion dollar market cap. Incredible. That's crypto for you. Even something that literally has no utility, is a scam, still has people buying it. Crypto's a crazy place. That kind of stuff I will never understand. Never, ever, ever understand. GMC anytime soon? Yeah, I have to get back on Good Morning Crypto. No reason I haven't been on there. Just been so busy and so much other stuff going on. I'll get back on Good Morning Crypto soon. I normally like to go on there when there's some interesting things happening in the market. Ever since we've gotten to the holiday season, things have just slowed down. So, once things pick back up and there's some exciting stuff to talk about, I'm sure I will be back on there. No reason I haven't been on there. Just so much going on the back end for me, and just not that much super exciting stuff happening in the cryptocurrency market. Other than that, though, there's really not been any reason why I haven't been on there. Just in times like this, right? Times like this, it's just waiting for some more exciting news to come. Abs told us to tell you to text him. Okay, that means I left Abs hanging. All right, I gotta text him. I'll text him. That's funny. That's funny. See, Abs knows how to get my attention. He just has to send you guys over to get my attention. No, I love going on Abs' show. It's by far my favorite show to go on. I have so much fun on there. They're great. XRP still is holding this green candle. Let's throw on this real quick. I like Jeremy Siegel.
2 great years for the broader markets. Can we make it a third in 2025?
We could, but I think if you look at history, I think the only other time that we've had 220 pluses go into the third year was 1999, and whoa, then we got way too overpriced and we got to 2000. So I really think we're going to take a pause this next year. One thing is true about the markets, as an old saying, is that whenever everybody expects something to happen to the market in the future, it's not going to happen. Everyone expected that, we're going to have the Santa Claus rally. Everyone said, oh yeah, it always rises between Christmas and New Year's. And I warned a few weeks ago, I said, yeah, when everyone says that, they buy up before then, and then when it comes, there's disappointment. And, I think maybe we're seeing a little bit of that right now.
Yeah, right now. Okay, but does that apply to 2025? Is there an expectation perhaps that we're going to have another strong year and therefore going to be disappointed?
I think there might be some disappointment. As time has gone on, I think the probability of a correction next year, which is defined as a 10% drop in the S&P is getting higher. I'm not saying it's a sure thing. Nothing is a sure thing in the market. But the major forces to propel things upward, I think, have already been built in. We still have, we talk about 22 times earnings on 16, 17% gains of earnings, which is, also far higher than historical. So I see a little bit more risk on the downside, and I'm a bull on the market. I'm long term. I'm not saying sell, but I see more risks. Not as optimistic as Tom Lee was right at the end of Squawk Box, and I admire him dramatically. But I think that I think we have challenges next year because of all the optimism that has been built in this year.
What does that mean, Professor Siegel, for the long-standing reign of big tech? One would say those have been some key forces over the last few years that have pushed the broader S&P 500 upward.
Yeah, and we do still have a bifurcated market in the sense that the Mag 7 being 30%, Mag 7 being 30 to 35 times earnings. The rest of the market 18 to 20, which is much more reasonable. I think 2025 could be that switch around. Now, of course, many of us thought that would happen 2024. That didn't. The narrative of AI is still very, very strong. The spending is there. It's going to bring about all these gains. Now, the amount of actual gains it's bringing about is modest. It isn't. It hasn't been implemented completely at so many firms. The hope is there. And I think ultimately it will prove to be very beneficial, but there is room for disappointment at the speed of implementation and how much that actually will affect profits. Now, will it happen in 2025 or not? Listen, history tells us that narratives go on much longer. They need to be punched down with many failures before they're finally dead. At this particular point, that trend is in. But I'm looking at January, thinking, hey, that might be a reversal. That big buildup that that Mike talked about, that we got from Thanksgiving up until a week ago in the Mag 7, we really might find that revert at least down to the trend line that was established in September and October. So we might see a reversal earlier. And then we have the challenges that Mike and everyone has been talking about. What is going to happen to tariff policy? What's going to happen with immigration policy, et cetera, and so on. I mean, there's a lot of positive aspects. We also have to remember, in terms of, we see the Republicans did capture the House, but by 1 or 2 votes. Some of the things are not going to come maybe as easily as everyone thought on November 5th with the election. I do think, they're going to work on the taxes and get that set in the as an important priority, certainly in the first 2 years of the Trump administration.
Yeah, which is most likely to take the form of, extension of the current tax structure, Professor Siegel. This is Mike here. And, how does the Fed filter in? That was one aspect of the script that seemed to get scrambled here. On the one hand, probably less easing as inflation is sticky and policies uncertain. On the other hand, nothing necessarily wrong with the Fed, kind of tweaking rates lower a few times and then going on hold. That's what happened in 95, 96.
Yeah, and a lot of people have been criticizing the Fed. I think the Fed has been right. Listen, the normal situation, as you know, Mike, is that long-term rates are above short-term rates. And we were in inversion for 2.5, almost 3 years, almost the longest in history. And by bringing short-term rates down, we finally have the 10-year above Fed funds, which we didn't have for 3 years. And normally, actually, it's more above Fed funds than it is right now. So I'm not criticizing the future, the past 100 basis points, but I do agree, at most 1 or 2 next year, depending on the strength. And, if it's going to be much less than 2, that's going to be the result of softness.
Yeah.
Professor Siegel, we're going to end it there. Always appreciate you joining us. Happy New Year to you.
Thank you, David.
So I tend to agree with him. There is a lot of optimism priced into 2025. I think what he said makes a lot of sense. When you have a ton of people all optimistic on something, sometimes it can be muted. So I wouldn't be surprised if 2025 you have certain equities or certain cryptocurrencies outperforming and doing really well because of their narratives, even if the broader markets aren't as optimistic and as excited as many people expect. Now, with that said, if Trump was to come in and do something unexpected, then that would completely change the script and make things completely different and likely put us in a position where things are way more bullish than expected. But if things kind of just stay the same and we continue to move on the same trend and kind of the things we're already expecting tend to keep coming, then I do see what he's saying. So I think that's definitely a very, very good take. Jeremy Siegel is one of the most successful investors in history. So I always love to be able to listen to him, see what he has to say. I think he always has some really good insights, and he has a very good view of the market in terms of being long-term, very, very bullish, and then just more trying to focus on, hey, is there going to be weakness, and is that weakness something to buy into? So I like that take a lot. I think it makes a lot of sense. I think when everyone is all expecting the same exact thing, it's good to make sure to be careful and say, okay, are we really going to see that, or are things maybe going to be a little more muted than expected? All right, guys, with that said, I have to jump. Guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope everyone has a great start to their week. Looking forward to 2025. I guess I'll be doing a live stream also before the 2025 kickoff, so we won't get into too much of that now. Guys, thank you so much for coming. Hope everyone has a great, great, great rest of your day. You guys are all incredible. If anything exciting